I love my dead gay son. What's your damage? Are we going to prom or are we going to hell? Hey, Andrew here. It's raining in New York, and we're about to go see Heathers.
It is a musical based upon the movie,
And you are not looking forward to this
well,
show.
it's not necessarily that I'm not looking forward to it. We recently rewatched the movie that it's based on in light of the Columbine massacres, the school shootings, school bullying. It's going to be interesting to see how they make a dark comedy into a light musical comedy.
There's a lot of messed up stuff that's happened in America since Heathers that it seems like Heathers almost presaged, if you will. I, for one, am looking forward to seeing this show because we got a chance to meet the cast and creative at a little press preview about a month ago, and I was blown away. I got high hopes for this weird little show.
I'm interested to see how they can make Heathers the musical. Wait, reverse that. I'm interested to see how they can make Heathers the movie into Heathers the musical.
It's the same plot as the film. A couple of homicidal high schoolers in love on a murderous rampage in the late 80s. Now, you had your doubts, Andrew. What do you think?
Well, it gets off to a strong start, and this inspired direction and choreography moves at a very fast pace. It's only towards the end that things start to slow down a bit, and some of the numbers, I think, kind of fell flat for me. One of the major differences of this and the movie is that you really have more empathy for all the characters.
One of the most memorable aspects of the film is the intense level of emotional distance and disconnect, not only between all the characters, but also between the audience and the characters. But employing the musical theatrical magic of singing your feelings, you are immediately inside the hearts and minds of all these characters, and you empathize with all of their plights.
Yes.
They have amped up the sex, they've amped up the murder, they've amped up the angst to the nth degree.
The set design, while almost non-existent, is basically the lighting design that mimics the big, bold color blocks from the 80s. And the costumes are just deliciously perfect on the stage.
Yeah, so far this is a fantastic adaptation. Not recreation, but adaptation. This show is definitely bringing a little bit of sunshine to a very gloomy day, which is an appropriate metaphor for such a comedic, dark comedy.
I couldn't say better. Let's go inside into the second half.
Well, we're out, and that sure ended with a bang. It's important to note, for those of you who are fans of the film, I feel as though the plot differs significantly enough that you will be surprised by some of the twists and turns here. That being said, you don't have to know the film to enjoy this musical.
Halfway through the second act, I thought that the momentum gained by the first act sort of lost steam, and it sort of dragged the production down. However, by the end, I have to admit that I was quite moved, almost to tears, because it has a message that everyone needs to hear right now.
After seeing so many big budget Broadway productions that have just money to throw at every little nuance, it's lovely to see a real diamond in the rough. See what I did there?
Yeah, that was
really good.
reference
I disagree with you about the second act getting sluggish. I think that what happens with the second act is that it gets more real. This is an absolute green light for me.
It's funny how the lights are like the Heathers. We have a red, yellow, green. There's red heather, yellow leather. So a green heather light.
A green heather light.
2 green heather lights for Heathers.